Listen, that Mr. Perfect at the party, the one who's overly attentive, the office saint, the person who makes you feel like a soulmate in 5 minutes. He might just be planning how to drain your emotional bank account and your actual savings within 3 months. Common sense tells you to watch out for demons, but psychology tells you demons don't have horns. They wear premium skincare called kindness. Welcome to the hidden hunting grounds. As you watch this, thousands of social predators are lurking. This isn't a thriller movie, it's your life. Your emotions are evaporating, your mental defenses are screaming, and your sense of self-worth is heading for a total collapse, just like the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis. Official textbooks tell you that manipulators are easy to spot. They say, look, antisocial personalities hate socializing, and borderlines lose control. Public perception assumes a predator must be some brute yelling at you in the street. Everyone thinks they have a jerk radar that as soon as the wolf shows its teeth, they'll run. But that's the biggest lie. If a wolf is truly wearing sheep's clothing, would it really let you smell the predator's breath? You think you're choosing a partner or a mentor, but in reality, you're just being shopped. Let's reveal an industry secret. Top-tier predators are psychological geniuses. They just don't have licenses. Phase 1. Precision profiling. They aren't loving you, they're scanning your vulnerabilities. Do you have childhood trauma? He becomes the world's most tender father figure. Are you anxious about your career? He's the mentor who finally gets you. This dirty secret is called love bombing. It's not romance, it's a Trojan horse. They intoxicate you with a flood of attention until your psychological barriers collapse like a botched construction project. Every ounce of emotion they invest is just capital they plan to cash out later with predatory interest. Think this is just an emotional trap? Don't be naive. The stakes in this game are much higher than your fragile heart. Welcome to Phase 2, Asset Liquidation. Once your defenses are zeroed out, the harvest begins. But they don't just want your money, they want your perception of reality. You'll hear things like, I never said that, you remembered it wrong, or are you stressed? You're getting paranoid. This is gaslighting. It's a mental toxin that corrodes your confidence like acid. The consequence is catastrophic. You'll end up like a pilot without a navigation system, desperately clinging to the very person who pushed you into the abyss. The absurdity of it is more devastating than any bankruptcy. The true moment of horror is when the mask slips. When you have nothing left, or when you finally see through the scam, the hand that once wiped your tears turns into a claw at your throat. There's no transition, no explanation, just a gaze as cold as a morgue. In that moment, you realize you aren't facing a human being, but a perfect, precision-engineered, zero-empathy social black hole. Don't think this is some rare historical case. Look around you. This predatory mechanism is growing wild in your office, your social apps, and even your annual performance reviews. This predator culture is levying a global tax, the empathy tax. Because manipulators are everywhere, we've stopped trusting genuine kindness. The current economic reality is this. The cost of socializing is skyrocketing, and trust has become too expensive for the average person to afford. You think you're just guarding against a toxic ex? No, you're guarding against the world's malice. This constant state of defense is draining your dopamine and causing your quality of life to dive like a crashing stock market. Remember this. Any soulmate-level chemistry that requires zero effort to achieve is usually a custom-built trap. Real people respect your boundaries. Only predators try to tear your walls down. Don't try to fix a predator who has no soul. Your only mission is to identify them and then exit at the speed of light. Don't think predators have only one face. Top-tier predators are psychological chameleons. First, the charmer. The social dopamine pump who makes you feel like being chosen by them is the greatest blessing of your life. Second, the victim. The most sinister one. They wrap themselves in a tragic wronged hero narrative to trigger your savior complex. Remember, when your sympathy becomes an ATM, your sanity is already overdrawn. Third, the judge. They are always right, and you are always apologizing. They use "it's for your own good" as a blade to slice away your boundaries. They don't create value, they just relocate your life force. Feeling neglected? Suddenly jealous? Congratulations, you've entered the triangulation trap. A predator loves introducing a competitor. He'll casually mention, "My ex really understood me," or "the new guy in accounting is just so efficient." The logic is thuggish. By creating competitive pressure, he forces you to work harder for his attention. You think you're fighting for love, but you're just a donkey chasing a carrot on a treadmill. You've lost your bargaining power, You're now just cheap labor in his emotional factory. So, think back that person who makes you feel exhausted yet unable to leave. Are they actually loving you? If you have the answer, don't just cry, leave a comment about the moment you woke up.